What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily. Magic with me today. Papa Dude is subbing. We're back to start another week. Magic, how you doing, buddy?
Excited to be back. Yeah, excited to be back. Excited to do better than I did last week. I think I had another rough week last week. I think like one and three or something. So I'm ready for February to be over. My best bets just in general in February they've sucked donkey dick.
Well, put it bluntly there. Yeah, they haven't been the best. They haven't been as good as January. Let's put it that way. January,
Yeah.
you were definitely on fire. Yeah, I guess some little bit of news before we get going. It happened, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes ago, Magic. Santa Anita not running Saturday. They're going to run that big cap card on Sunday. Initial thoughts on that?
The card moving, I think, is the smart thing because Santa Anita is struggling badly, and they need as much money as they can get. With the rain that was coming, you're probably gonna have to be off the turf most, if not all of the races, and you've got two graded stakes, including a grade 1 that were supposed to be on the turf. So you can move those to Sunday when you know they're gonna run on the grass. And then also, like, there's supposed to be a big tournament there. The Big Cap Day in general is just traditionally a big day that they push. Like, I've gotten inundated with tons of, like, promotional marketing, emails and letters in the mail and all sorts of things trying to get people to come out for Big Cap Day. And so if it's going to be shitty weather and no one shows up, that's just marketing money that is from a marketing perspective. That's just hundreds of thousands of dollars that they're just pissing away. So it's the right move. It's not going to make the Saint Philippe any better, but that race is just nothing's going to make that race better right now.
Yep, I'll say two things about it, then we'll move on and get going on the picks today. Number one, everybody that complains about Santa Anita not running when the weather is poor, they have very short memories. If you remember, in 2019, Santa Anita killed a bunch of horses, and one of the main reasons for that was the weather. So you know what they've done? When it rains, they don't run. So in some ways, when you complain about Santa Anita not running because of the weather, you're saying I would rather watch and wager versus the horse safety. And don't ever forget that. I remember it very well. They shut down for a long time, and there was all kinds of bad press about the sport. And I thought for a second the sport may be in a little bit of trouble, not just Santa Anita. So don't forget that. Number two, Michael says Aaron held nothing back in his comments against Santa Anita. Let me be very clear. I am not against Santa Anita. I just tell the truth in my videos. I want Santa Anita to be a tremendous track. I was on a national show where we don't talk racing because it's a national betting show that doesn't care about racing. Big problem. But that's not that problem for the show. It's a problem for the racing. But anyway, they said, what two tracks would you want to go to over anybody else? And Santa Anita was one of them because it's unbelievable. It's an incredible place. But I also tell the truth in my videos. Sorry. All right, let's get to it here. Let's go to college basketball to get this thing going. Gonzaga minus 3.5 tonight at San Francisco. This total sits at 152.5. Magic. It wasn't all that long ago. Gonzaga wasn't even going to make the tournament. Now they're nationally ranked. They're on a roll. Do they continue it tonight in San Francisco?
Yep. The Bulldog versus whatever the hell a Don is. Like, that's what we've got going on here. I'm going to go with the Bulldog. You talked about how they're heating up. 11 wins in their last 12 games, averaging over 88 points per game. Gonzaga's offense is flying right now. So I'll ride the hot streak with Gonzaga. It's a team that just culturally is used to always being in the tournament. And so this is something that, it seems like they're clicking, they're getting going. I know San Francisco's home record is 13-1, so that does make them a little bit of a tough spot. But Gonzaga did beat San Francisco earlier this year, 77-72. So I'll go with Gonzaga here, riding the hot hand.
I think I always say it wrong, and then I always think about John White. It's actually Gonzaga, and I think I was, guilty of saying it again because it's just ingrained in my mind for 39 years before John told me. Here's an easy way to remember it's Gonzaga, even though I forget it all the time. You don't call them the Zogs, you call them the Zags, right? So that's Gonzaga.
True. So Gonzaga is such a hard Midwestern A sound.
Yes.
And they're a Washington-based school. I'm like, that's you and I in the Midwest going Gonzaga. No, it actually is Gonzaga. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not how you think it would be. Yeah, but yeah, Gonzaga minus 3.5 for me as well. They're on a roll. I like this team a lot. I think they get it done against San Francisco. All right, Golden Knights and the Bruins as we go to the ice tonight. The Golden Knights, man, they picked up a big win against Toronto at plus money price on Tuesday. They're about the same price tonight in Boston. Boston's minus 155. You can get the Golden Knights at plus 135. Total sits at 5.5. Magic, who you got?
We're going with your Vegas Golden Knights, baby. Plus money again. And so Boston coming back from a really rough West Coast trip. They played 6 straight overtime games. Last 11 games, Boston is 3-8 straight up. Just absolutely struggling right now. And don't forget that Vegas's coach, Bruce Cassidy, was the head coach in Boston from 2016 to 2022 and was kind of let go. And I didn't think it was his fault that they should kind of need to make a change, but it wasn't the coach's fault that they were struggling at the time. So I'm going to go Vegas plus money all damn day.
I went with Vegas with the plus money tonight as well. I like that pick, Magic. I think they're I think they're just a team for whatever reason this year. They haven't been great at home, and they'll get home and they won't play very well. And people go, well, maybe that's it. And they're kind of fading a little bit. And then they go on the road and they win at a place like Toronto, who they were red hot. This Boston team, like you said, they're not red hot. So yeah, I like Vegas and the plus money tonight. No doubt about it. Yeah, I did cheat Shoddy this as well, by the way. It's not Aqueduct, it's Aqueduct, the big Aqueduct. That was another John White teaching. So he's worth something, I guess, Magic. And by the way, we should say congratulations to John White, who was recently, yesterday, the article came out that he will be inducted into the Washington Racing Hall of Fame. So big shout out to John White. His quote said, pretty cool that a Washington bred goes into the Washington Hall of Fame. So very cool there. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, so cool. So cool. I felt bad because it had been published for like 8 hours before I stumbled upon it. And I was like, oh my gosh. Sorry, I haven't told you sooner. But anyway. All right. Jets and the Stars next here. The the Stars are minus 135 in this one. Another low total of 5.5. What do you think about this one tonight in Dallas?
I kind of like Jets plus money, but I will go with the Filipello special here, just in case Winnipeg's not able to score. I'm going to take Dallas team total under 2.5. You can get plus money on that one. Dallas, in their last 5 games, has only scored a total of 7 goals. That's bad. That's less than 1.5 goals per game. On top of that, you've got Hellebuck ready to go in net for the Jets, who I think is if not the best goalie in the NHL, top 2 or 3 right now. I think Dennis is under first period. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. The total says that, and I really do think you can take the Jets plus money to pull the upset. Definitely go Stars team total under 2.5 for the plus money.
Yeah, the under first period probably sitting at about minus 115 right now. Under goal and a half first period, probably worth it. It's going to be a tight game for sure when these two teams play. I went Dallas here. I think the Stars at home are just really, really tough to bet against. I like playing plus money games though, so minus 135 isn't really enough for me, but it's probably priced where you can play it. Don't feel bad about laying minus 135 with the Stars at home, even when they host the Jets, because they're just awfully good. So I went Stars as well in this one. All right, Magic, let's get to some horse racing for a little bit here. Let's go to Gulfstream Park, race number 9 for the race of the day. It's a $35,000 claimer on the dirt. It's now a field of 6 after 2 scratches, which kind of shows you the last day of February, we're pretty light. The good news is we get real heavy the 1st of March. There's good shit to talk about tomorrow. Not much today, but what do you like here today at Gulfstream in the night?
I'm going to go for a little bit of an upset play here. Well, maybe. We'll see what the odds are when they actually break. Because Cat and the 2 horse was 3-1, and so the odds are going to come down a lot of these horses. But I like the 5, Celestial Gaze, and not just because they named this horse after my beautiful wife, but also this horse, it's coming out of some similar spots. 2 back, 7 furlongs at this level at Gulfstream. Got second, beaten just a half length. Lost to Willie Boy. Willie Boy, super solid Florida horse, even though he's getting up there in age. Aren't we all? Willie Boy still getting the job done. Got claimed out of that by the Hertak barn and brought back protected. Didn't do very well in that spot, but now comes back here just, 2 weeks later, which is a good sign. You're picking up Luis Saez. That is a huge sign of faith to me. I looked at the 1, 4, and 7. I think they'll all be kind of on the front end early. It looks like 3 horses might battle for the lead, and none of them I see getting the distance here. None of them like to pass horses. Celestial Gaze likes to pass horses, so I kind of went for a little bit of a Somich angle, saying Who could pass horses in this group? So I'm going to go with the 5 Celestial Gaze, 6-1 morning line. If we can get 4-1 or better, I think it's worth the play.
Kind of had similar thoughts on this one as far as let's take somebody a little bit off the pace today because it does look like the 1-4-7 are going to run early. I didn't pick the same horse as you, though. I went with the 6 Magical Warrior on top in this spot. The layoff is a big concern. I'll start with that. It is 214 days since we've seen this horse, but the class is definitely there. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And I thought it was interesting the horse comes to Gulfstream instead of Tampa. Bennett, the trainer, usually very good at Tampa, not quite as good at Gulfstream. Also, he gets Castellano aboard. I thought that was a good sign. You know, to get a jockey that's a pretty solid jockey to ride the horse here. You look at the workouts, not too bad. I think this horse is ready to go. And so I think Bennett gets the job done here at Gulfstream with the number 6 Magical Warrior. Same kind of thing as you. Kind of sit off the pace, try to make a run at those leaders. Hopefully the pace comes back a little bit. If it doesn't, I think our 5 and 6 are in big trouble.
Yeah. And the 6 is who I had in second here as well. So you and I kind of saw this similarly. It was very interesting. Like you said, why is this horse at Gulfstream? Much harder spot than at Tampa where Bennett's usually running wild over there.
Yeah. I was really intrigued, I guess is the right word, about that. So we'll see what happens. When I saw Bennett, I was like, am I on the right track? Did I
right?
click on Gulfstream? No. Or did I click on Tampa? No, I did Gulfstream. So anyway. All right. Well, let's go one race earlier at Gulfstream Park for my best bet of the day. I'll kick us off and keep the horse racing theme going here. I'm going to go Gulfstream Park, race 8, the number 1 Coin Vest on top for me in this one. Last time out, just missed by a neck. So close. Ran a very good race, I thought, on debut. Just missed at the mile and 16th distance. Shorten up now to 7.5 furlongs. I think that'll help. Breaking from the rail, has early speed. So I think this horse could take him gate to wire. Now, the 9 is a problem. He also was second in his last race, which was his first race over the turf. Got beat 3/4 of a length. He was another one that set the pace and faded just barely late. I think drawing the 1 post here is a huge advantage versus the 9. And so that's why I thought I feel comfortable playing the 1. If the 1 outbreaks the 9, I think just gets to the lead and cruises. If the 9 flies out there, I think the 1's faster than the other horses in the race. I think the 1 will just kind of tuck right behind the 9 and then go get him in the stretch. So I thought the post position was perfect here. So I'm going to go number 1 Coin Vest in the 8th race today at Gulfstream Park for my best bet of the day. Magic, who you got?
Can I correct you? It's co-invest. It's a 1.1 million. I know it looks like CoinVest. It's co-invest because it's a $1.1 million horse co-owned by St. Elias, Rapoli, and West Point, 3 of the bigger spenders at the auction.
Nope, CoinVest is the name.
CoinVest. All right, go CoinVest. I like that one. Also beat last race barely by a horse that Bill Mott first timer that was 3-1. When a Bill Mott first timer is 3-1 and wins, it's like, that's probably a pretty goddamn good horse. So, I really like the pick a lot there. All right, we're going back to the ice. I got my Red Wings jersey on. Aaron bullied me into it. No, I'm just kidding. The hottest team in the NHL right now, getting -115 on them on the money line to beat the Islanders. If you look at who these teams have been facing and who they've been beating, I mean, the Islanders 3 days ago were in Dallas and had to play an overtime game. Managed to get the job done, but we were just talking about the Stars and how much we thought they were a low-scoring game. Detroit is not going to be a low-scoring game, and so if you look at previous games for the Islanders, when they've had to try and match teams, they lost 4-2 to Tampa. They lost 4-0 to the mighty St. Louis Blues. They lost 5-6 to the New York Rangers, or 6-5 to the Rangers. They beat Pittsburgh, but it's 5-4. There's a lot of goal scoring that will happen in this game. And if Alex Lyons starts in net for Detroit, it's not going to be a whole lot of goal scoring on the other side for the Islanders. I'm sorry. So this bet is contingent on Lyons starting. If it goes to Reimer, don't touch it because they'll probably still win, but I just don't like James Reimer at all. But if Alex Lyons starts the net, I feel like this is pretty much a lock.
Yeah, I love this. I love it so much that I'm going to bet a -1.5 goals at plus 200. I just think that is such a great price. And if you want to bet it just straight up at -115, totally go for that, right? I've been being greedy. I just saw that and thought, man, 2-1 that they beat a team I don't think the Islanders are very good. Hottest team in the league, playing a team I don't think is very good. It's at home. I'm getting 2-1 odds that they win by 2 goals or more. I'll take it. So I'm going to take a little swing at it at that price there. So, but I love this play. Look, I think it's a couple things why you're getting this price. I think eventually it's like, well, the Wings have to lose. Sure, they do eventually. They're going to lose a game, no doubt. And I think you're kind of getting an overvalued Islander team after they beat Dallas on the road.
Yeah.
And I think people look at it and go, well, if they can go to Dallas and win, they can go to Detroit to win. That's absolutely true. I agree with that. I actually agree with that. They also went to St. Louis and got beat 4-0. Like if you look at them as a whole, this is not a great Islanders team, and this is a Red Wings team that's hot. So win or lose, I think you're on the right side here. I like this one a lot. So.
Also, Patrick Waugh, the coach of the Islanders, forever double middle finger to that guy.
He's a terrible coach.
He's a terrible human being as well.
Well, when they hired him, like, they're going to be good now. It's like they ran his ass out of Colorado so fast. It wasn't even funny. Like I shouldn't say that he's a terrible coach, but I don't think he is going to like give them some kind of crazy advantage over anybody else. So that doesn't bother me that they have Patrick Waugh. If they had him in his prime and goal, maybe I would be a little bit worried. So yeah, that'd be a problem. He's kind of an equalizer. But
although I will say Alexander Lyon's got a mean right hook, so maybe they'll still beat him up anyway.
Well, I'm talking about scoring goals on him, not beating him up.
Oh, okay. Well, Waugh in Detroit, he likes to get into a tussle every once in a while.
All right. Well, let's see what happens tonight. Let's see if he gets in a tussle with your head coach. That would be interesting. All right, let's go to Papa Dude's best bet. He's going to go with Memphis -3.5. Well, he's not going to fight the players. He's got to fight the coach now.
I know, but have you seen our head coach? Like, it looks like Mr. Clean. Actually, it looks like Uncle Festus, really.
I think Patrick Waugh would kill him, to be honest. Don't you think?
Yeah. Derek Lalonde is too nice. Yeah.
I think Patrick would bloody him.
He's just a mean sumbitch. Anyway, sorry. Papa Dude's best bet is not Hawaii on the road at a good college basketball team in UC Davis. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know, right? No, he went with Memphis. I'm a little leery of this one, to be honest, but he likes them. He said they're playing for their tournament lives, and East Carolina is just trying to play out the season and wrap things up. He said Memphis is a better team. They cannot afford to lose. He thinks they'll be very focused for this game and ready. And he thinks, hey, look, if they are, they're better. They're going to cover. So Memphis -3.5 there. He said, I don't trust Memphis all that much. They seem very Jekyll and Hyde, but I agree with him. If Memphis shows up ready, they're going to win that game today. And Rob says Sue Ellen, Michigan was his best bet. That was Magic's best bet today.
I feel your pain, Rob. Yeah.
So not good. Okay. Here it is. Best bets. Let me get Papa Dudes up there. There we go. Best bets for today. I'm going to go with, should I say it right or not?
CoinVest. No, he's officially CoinVest now.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. If he wins today, I'll call him Co-Invest for the rest of his career. And if he loses today, he will forever be CoinVest. So I'm going to go Gulfstream Park Race 8. You got to earn it. Number 1, CoinVest. Magic's going to go Detroit Red Wings -115, and Papa Dude's going to go Memphis -3.5. We are up $1,215 for the year, so we'll see if we can keep that going and get back to a hot streak today. All right. Blinkers off coming up at 1 p.m. Central, so that's about an hour and 30 minutes away. We'll have blinkers off. The Due to Bet Sports, that's going to be 5 p.m. Central, so actually after the Magic Mike show. Papa Dude subbing today, so we'll have to wait till 5 o'clock to get Papa Dude on. And then Magic, what time and what are you doing for Magic Mike?
5 Eastern, 4 Central, 2 Pacific. We'll be doing the Gulfstream Park late pick 5 on Saturday, which I was a little disappointed. The Devona Dale not part of that sequence, so that kicks off the pick 6, but not the late pick 5. But it is going to be a fun sequence. Handicapped it yesterday. Go back look through it, but that's just a fun 14 race card. Forget everything else happening in horse racing. That's going to be a real fun card.
Oh yeah, very good card for sure. I think I think they kept that race out to kind of spice up the pick 5. I think they're probably worried a lot of people might just single, just FYI, and if she wins, a lot of tickets are going to be alive. I guess I don't know, but you can talk about that race for a second on your show if you want. It's okay. People will listen. I think people are interested in that.
Nope, so. I refuse.
Okay. Fine. Sounds good. All right. Well, we're going to leave. I got to get some lunch. I got to get back on the air here soon. So we're going to get out of here. We'll see you back here real soon. And thanks everybody for watching.